We got Carolyn Rodriguez. Carolyn Rodriguez,
Ah,
she is the R&B diva of the world. She's a hip hop superstar as well, doing very big. She's on her bus traveling state to state, meeting with her fans, taking care of business.
yes.
Just released her new album, The Song Whisperer. That is
Mhm.
her 10th project. Am I correct?
That's right. That's my 10th project.
10th project. Well, I want to get into it. Introduce yourself. Where did you come from? Where did you start?
I was born in North Carolina, so that's where my name came from, Carolina. So I was born in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So I came to Texas for college, actually. So I was in like Huntsville, which was like an hour north of Houston, for college, and then I ended up staying in Houston, and that's where my music career really started. Was Houston.
So it was all Houston. So
Yeah.
Fayetteville, that's where that one new rapper's from. He just blew up, didn't he? What's that cat's name that did that one big single? I'm trying to think. Do you know any rappers from right there?
Yeah, J. Cole.
J. Cole, he's one from
Hmm.
right there too, huh? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, J. Cole for sure.
So so you went straight to Texas and just took off. How did that all start in Texas?
That just started like with Dope House Records, really. So, and really with Payne, who was there at the Dope House Records studio. That's how it all started there, you know. So pretty much just like went in there to record something, and then it kind of just never left. Just kept going over there, and ended up getting on like projects on Juan Gotti's project, and then on the SPM projects.
Okay, like how did Payne find you? Like you were just singing in the street. Like how did it all come along? Like
And now I was singing.
you're super talented. Like how did everyone come across you and just find the diamond in the rough?
It was just me looking for studio time. I was looking for studio time, and his boy Rob, who works with him or worked with him then, he gave me the address and phone number and was like, "Yeah, I got studio time for you." He was the one that coordinated like all the studio time for him, and I was just online looking for studio time to record like my first single that I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just like really had just written my first single that I was going to record, you know, like actually record everything and get it professionally mixed and mastered and all that. So, because before then I hadn't done anything like just me. I've recorded for other people, but not for me.
Who got you into this? I mean, like, can we take it like back to before you got to the studio? Like, who got you into singing? Was it just you? Who? What was your inspirations?
Yeah, I think it was just me and my mom. Yeah, my mom used to sing with me, but I think it was just like it's kind of like born in you, you know, and you just do it, you know. So I always sang, and then I would always record myself too. Like I had like a little dual tape deck when I was really little. I used to record myself. My dad had bought me, and so I would take like my like tapes, and I would like take the instrumentals because back in the day they used to have the singles, and then they'd have the other side of the tape would have like the instrumental to it. So I would just like write my own stuff, like basically remix, take jack the beat, you know, and then like record myself on the other tape.
Damn. So you were born to do this. You said it's like not a lot of people are born into this. You were really like, damn, you're talented. As you go all out with your music. So a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
people
that's
aren't
all
born into it.
God, you know, that's just the way it is. Like that's just the way it started. It just was always like that. And I didn't really expect to turn it into a career. Like that wasn't ever the plan, but that's how it ended up.
Yeah, because you're very known. Everyone gets excited when you're around. You and especially your performing is phenomenal. You really have it on key. You sound
Thank
probably even better
you.
than you do in the studio.
Thanks. Yeah, that is probably, I would
Yeah.
say that's, I'm lucky, I'm blessed to be able to still be getting booked and stuff for shows because it's like I can actually sing live. That's probably be the reason, you know, is live singing. Yeah, I've been performing live since I was little too. So my dad played the guitar. I performed live, like probably my first audience. I was in like kindergarten.
Oh wow.
So did that.
So your parents pushed you to do the music?
No, they really didn't. Like it I mean, they were with it. They were with it as far as like cuz they're musical too. My mom, she produced and sang and she writes songs. Like my mom, you know, my mom's really good. Like she's beautiful voice and awesome songwriter and producer. So they
Wow.
played instruments. My dad played guitar, she played guitar, but I was the one who wanted to sing. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's crazy. I mean, like that's crazy that they never got you in the studio. You had to find Dope House Records
Yeah.
to
Of
drop
all
your
places,
hits, huh?
right? Yeah. I mean, I had been in a couple of studios, like I said before that, but not to record something for me, you know? So that's what it was. I was looking for a place for me to record my music, and it just ended up being there.
I know your last name's Rodriguez. If you don't mind me asking, what's your ethnicity?
My dad is from Spain, so my full last name is actually Rodriguez Barbera. But actually, his grandfather is half Mexican, so we had like Rodriguez Barbera side, my abuela's, so over there in Spain. But I grew up like pretty much every summer. We spent the whole summer over there, so I would go there for the summer, come back. So I spoke Spanish my whole life. I spoke Spanish first.
Is Spain different than Mexico? Like, are the people different? Like, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, but they're different in every country. Like it really
Right.
wouldn't, you know, like if I went to another, probably like, you know, Peru or, you know, Venezuela or something like that, it'd probably be different too than Mexico. Because I've been to Mexico too. I've been to a few places there. And yeah, it's different because it's Europe. You know, you're overseas. So it's like crossing an ocean.
Yeah, you're mixed with the conqueror and the conquered.
Right?
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
dope. All right, so let's get into talk about your experience at Dope House Records. What was that like? I mean, a lot of people probably want to know. You know what I mean? Like, what was that like recording over there? Were you free to do what you wanted? Uh,
No, it really wasn't like free to do what I want. It was more like, okay, if you do some courses for me, for other people, or you do this work for me, then I'll give you some studio time. And at the same time, like Payne was just learning to engineer. He was like just in the beginning phases of his engineering stuff. He was a producer. He was more known as a producer at the time. So he just really just started engineering at the same time that I just started recording. So I didn't actually put out my first album until like 2007
wow.
because I went back to school and finished my degree and stuff. So I left for a couple years and then I came back. And after I finished my degree, because I was just like, I got to finish. I just got to finish school. So I got my degree and then I came back. And then at that point, they needed somebody to work in the office to do some royalty accounting. And since I just got my accounting degree, Payne was like, hey, why don't you, why don't you hire her to do it? And I was like, cool. And I didn't know anything about it, but I did know accounting and I did kind of know a little bit about the business. So that's really what like got me into the business side of the music business. Was like, actually, I worked there first in the office, like doing royalty accounting and stuff. And then I actually ended up putting like the whole catalog that they had on all, like iTunes had just started, digital downloading had just started. I like, it's kind of like it's like a coding system or whatever, but I ended up working with the distribution label with them that they were with at the time. It's Warner Electric in Atlanta, and working with them to get the whole catalog like up on digital download mode. So like being right there at the turn of the music business when CDs were dying, like I just started when CDs were dying at the time that I started, right? Digital downloads were just starting. So CDs were being bootlegged. Like it was not the best time for me to start, as far as like an artist, but because I was in the office first, because I wanted to finish my degree. And also I was working on like other parts of the business. I even managed Juan Gotti for a while. It took me a while before I actually released my first album. And then I really got known right after the SPM When Devil Strike album dropped. And I had worked on that album for about 2 years. Yeah, about 2 years.
All right.
Yeah, about 2 years by the time that dropped. So it was kind of like silently working behind the scenes, you know what I mean? And also working on the business side. So by the time that came out, CDs were dying, digital downloads, all that stuff, and we're taking off. So that's when
What
I.
was it like seeing that explosion, the rise? Because I'm sure it was crazy, right? Like, because you were around when they were popping off.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
seeing all the financials. You were seeing people get their money, right?
Yeah, yeah. I remember like I started out at the swap meets and at the flea markets all over Texas, really. Even went to Vegas to the swap meet there. And I would push all the dope house stuff. I would go, buy the product, go out there with my booth, blah, blah, blah. So I used to set up and sell everybody else's CDs. Then when that CD came out, I was like, hey, I'm on the CD. Like I'm all over the CD. Like I helped put this CD together. It's not just, the singing and stuff like that. There's so much more that's involved in making that kind of album. And that's what people don't realize. Like, they don't realize how many years it took to make that, and all the efforts it took to make that and produce that and put that together. And I'm one of the people that helped put that album together. So it was me and Payne. And that's when we really started working together more, was when we were working together on the SPM album, that When Devils Strike album. And that ended up, you know, billboards, like hitting the Billboard charts. It hit like a couple of the different Billboard charts, right?
Right.
So that one, then the next one we started working on, The Last True Violinist, same thing, you know, putting it together. And a lot of this stuff that people don't realize is nowadays, and music is constantly, the technology is evolving, as you know. We now have programs that can like speed up vocals, slow down vocals, things like that. We didn't have that then. There was no programs like that then. So you're talking about like so much editing, so many vocals that didn't have instrumentals. Like, I don't think people really realize how deep, you know, I was involved in these things, because it's crazy. Like, it just, people just don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like I was sitting there advertising it,
Right.
but when you see all my credits and you see me all over this album, it's not just because, oh, I told her she could sing and so she can sing on everything. It wasn't just because of that. It was because of a lot more things that were involved. And we couldn't even talk on the phone for half of this time. You know, we had to communicate through letters. There wasn't any phone calls on TDC until like the year 2014. So I'm literally going through pages and pages and pages of letters, interpreting them to the engineer so we can put these songs together. And that took a long time. That took a long time, and a lot of, you know, just back and forth with letters. And then when we did get opportunities on the phone, when he was actually moved to county, then that's when we did it. But yeah, bottom line, it's like people don't realize how much went into these particular albums, and like how deeply involved I really was in it, you know, and like the different things that had to be done. So when people say, oh, like, you know, like it's crazy just how people don't understand. They don't know, you know, they just think that I'm just, oh yeah, he just threw you on some songs and that's how it happened. No, that's not how it happened. That's definitely not how it happened. It was like years and years of like lots of other work, that the behind the scenes, the putting it together, that people will never know about, you know, they won't get it, but that's hours and hours and hours every day. I mean, we would put like in 16-hour days. A
Right.
lot of, yeah.
So that what was one of your biggest struggles and one of your biggest triumphs from back in the days? Because I know that was before a lot of social media was. Like, social media is not even as
Mhm.
popular as it was back then. So you
Yeah.
didn't have all the outlets like really to get it out there. So it was more of a struggle for you, right?
Yeah, it was, because like I said, I kind of came out when the CDs were dying, and it kind of like skipped that part. Like a lot of people that came out after social media started, really, I think it was MySpace that was around when I was first starting. And then when Facebook started, I actually started hitting up fans to like meet up with them off of Facebook. So I would say that would be like a triumph when it comes to social media, because I don't know anybody else who was doing that. And I remember I was doing that and people were like, you're crazy. You know, what are you doing? Like, I'm like, look, I got to get over here. I got to get over here to the West Coast. You know, I was about to go sign with Silent Giant over there, and I was traveling a lot. And I was like, I need to sell CDs and whatever merchandise I have to get to the next town and get to the next place. And then on the way, I can just kind of plant some seeds, you know? So that's what I would do. And I think that's one of my greatest triumphs right there, is just like knowing that I could take it from there to like a dream that I had to get my own like tour bus, so I could do my own tours and do it big like that. Because I used to do that in my car, you know, when I was struggling, when I didn't have anything to my name, you know.
Right. So what pushed you to get that? Like, because that's a big move right there, to jump on that tour bus. Were people telling you, no, don't do this? Were people trying to tell you not to do this? What was going on in your life at the time?
Nobody was telling me not to do it, but people definitely thought I was just like, whatever, you know, like they thought I was crazy. And plus I was doing it during the pandemic, and it's like, well, what else do you want me to do? I'm not just going to keep sitting around. You know what I'm saying? My tour had gotten canceled. All my tours had gotten canceled. So I was on tour with Quinto Sol and Miss Crazy at the time. All those shows got canceled. We had shows all through the year. That's what I was surviving on at the time. So just like any other artist that survives off touring, cut it off. So, I mean, now is a perfect time as ever. Then might as well do what I plan to do. Been wanting to do, been saying I was going to do. Might as well do it now. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
look,
I
that's what
salute you. What you're doing is business. All the videos. Yeah, I gotta set up these videos. I got all your videos and music on here. I just need my son to set it up for me. I don't know what happened. So,
Oh,
you still right there?
what happened? Oh,
Oh, they're all there. Cool. We're in the game.
oh, okay, okay.
All right, you guys. Apologize for that. Everyone tuning in right now, we got Carolyn Rodriguez. She is very diverse, super talented. She can hit any style, every cadence. I've heard like some of her vocals just blow me out of the water. Very emotional. She gets those overdubs on point. You know what I mean? It's very hard to do the stuff that you do on your vocal. Your vocal chain is insane. Like,
Thanks.
I want to know about your studios, like the studios you've been in, like are they all real high quality, or are you like it doesn't matter, you could be on the bus and do the same thing?
I have been in like every studio from a damn, you know, just headphones and like a little laptop to, you know, somebody's like living room to, you know, a big studio where platinum recording artists, you know, are. So I've been in like different sizes, and to me it's all about the engineer, honestly. So as long as I have a good engineer, that's what counts. But yeah, I can record raw vocals. Like I can record myself. So I've been recording myself. I have my own home studio too. So I've been recording myself for like, oh God, like maybe like 11, 12 years now. So I can do that, at least do that much.
How do you like that? Do you enjoy that, or do you prefer having an engineer right there with you?
I mean, like it's really convenient that I can do it myself. And when I need to knock something out, like do a feature for someone, because I do features a lot too. So if I need to knock that out, and it's always convenient to do that. But if I really want to do an entire song, like, and I know that I'm gonna need to be recording it with someone with a lot of different vocals, that, you know, then I'll want to go to a particular engineer. Like, you know, Bruce Bang is somebody that I've been working with. I worked with him on my Song Whisper album, and he's a great engineer. Like there was just lots of stuff that was like, no, I got to record it with him. You know, I can't record this at home.
Okay. I want to ask you a question. How long have you been doing your website for?
I don't know. A long time.
How's it working? For everyone that needs to know about her website, it's called Dope Girl Music.
Yeah, it just has like all my CDs, all my merch and stuff that I have. Well, not everything, because some stuff is just exclusive to the tour bus for our pop-ups, but most of it is on there. Yeah. I've been doing that for, gosh, at least at 10 years, I would say, at least.
10 years.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pop this real quick for us. I want to and show the people. We split this screen up. Damn.
Kind of froze up or something. Oh, okay.
Nah, I just gotta split the screen up. Can you see it? Can you see it?
I see something in the screen, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like frozen or what?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it on here. Boom.
It's like a bunch of fires.
That's it. That's one of your music videos. Actually, I pulled up the music
I know, that's
video.
what I'm trying to figure out, which video that
Yeah.
is.
All right, there we go. I got the website right there.
Yeah, that's the website.
And this right here is dopegirlmusiccom. You could go on here. You could get her albums. You also have CDs available, physical copies as well, right?
Mm-hmm. They're all on there.
Copies. She could sign them and send them out to you guys. She's very easy to get a hold of. She's very lenient with her fans. She's in contact with all of her people. I'm sure she knows all her fans like personally, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, she knows her
try.
people. So.
I really try. I'm not like the best. Like sometimes I forget. I mean, I'm gonna forget.
Nah, like I said, I appreciate you even getting on here. You're a busy woman, and you stay handling your business. You know what I mean? So
yes, sir.
I appreciate your time.
No, of course.
I want to get into a couple songs here as well. Which song do you want to get into first off your Whisper album?
It's All You, Song Whisper. You can either one. They're all off of that album. So I know that everybody, the first one I had ever released was that IDGAF song.
Okay, that's by Icon Photography, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We shot that one in downtown, like right when the hurricane.
What was that?
Right when the hurricane happened in Houston, we shot that.
Oh, so he went out to Houston and filmed this with you.
No. We were in LA, but the hurricane had happened in Houston, that bad one, the Harvey.
Oh shit.
Yep. I remember that. And I was actually stuck out there. I couldn't get back to Houston, so we filmed that video.
There it is. Fuck, I got love for Icon Photography. He filmed a couple shit for me too, so he's a hard worker as well.
Yeah, shout out to that boy Icon, man.
Let's get it in real quick. I don't give a fuck. It's off the Whisper album. You guys can download it on all platforms.
Ain't no fun that came up from nothing. I don't give a fuck. Only real for me, won't deal with a phony. Don't chill, you don't know me, give it up. Maybe they know they found the way I hold it down. Can't be duplicated, can't be touched. Maybe they're jealous, homie. I got packs of pebbles on me. Hustle never faded, never crushed. The only time I see him is all up in my DM. Ain't got time to mislead him. Grind AM to the PM. I'm slaying every season. Summertime is freezing. Stunt my diamonds teasing. Don't come and try my G's when I only hang with real ones. Hey, I'll be packing real guns. The club with weed and cocaine. I'm snobbish, feeling no pain. I'm dumb, I don't give them no brain. I don't gotta flip that whole thing. The slums that be my domain. For crumbs I need my domain. Say nothing, no stitch, give them no name. Stay up, don't slip, better dope again. Can't trust no one, so it's one deep. And just pulled up, so it's muddy. Cash dirty and sometimes bloody. From nobody, nobody. Say it on me, friendship, they say it on me. Ain't no fun, ain't no fun. You can hate it, love it, I don't give a fuck. I'm trapped in a groovy bitch, can't outdo me. Cause my beat up keep just talking about it. Say it ain't stopping them, it's big. Man, straight up. Damn, they be talking them hoes, get big up, baby, too busy hating, remember that. Worry about the wrong shit, you'll end up on my song quick. Relax and take a bong hit, I'm back and I'm not gon' quit. I really never left though, that's me, he'll never let go. So keep on trying to diss ho, you'll end up on my best flow. Can't rest so I grind and grind, let friends go, I've cried and cried. Messed over, stepped on, still kept on. Besides survived, out of sight, out of mind. Throughout the door, I'm out of time. Gotta go, time to ride, down the roll, I'm down for mine. I used to be so poor, didn't have nothing to show for. Slang anything to pay bills, from white to weed to pain pills. Never took no days off, but education pays off. So swipe left, that GAF, burn out and fade off. Ain't no fun, I came up from nothing. You can hate it, love it, I don't give a fuck. Don't say shit, just put your middle fingers up. I don't give a fuck. You can hate it, love it, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck. That was Carolyn Rodriguez off the Song Whisper album. It's available on all platforms on her dopegirlmusiccom website as well. You get a physical copy signed by her.
Yeah.
Bang. Man, that bass line in there was hard.
Yeah.
You got that down Southfield still to you. Like that Texas is in there. You know what I mean? Like I can hear it in your music. Who produced that record for you?
That's actually a beat I got off YouTube.
What?
His name is. It was a least beat. I can't remember what his name is either. I feel bad, but I can't remember right now.
All right, Carolyn. If you ever want to if you ever find one of these beats again, just send it to him and he could remake it for you.
Like a lot of good songs. I have a few good songs off of that album that I found. I found these guys on YouTube.
Damn, so what do? You pay them and they just give you the beat or what?
Yeah, beats are all over YouTube.
What?
Yeah.
All right. From now on, you need to send me these beats and we'll remake them for you, and you could own the damn beat yourself. Exactly the same, identical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys.
Just give it away. Just give away the game.
You know what I mean? No, it's just I gotta do it because I don't want you to get in trouble. That's a banger right there.
No,
You know what I
no,
mean?
get in trouble. No, I bought it. It's legit.
I know,
Yeah.
but that guy's gonna be like, she made a hit. Now she owes me more money and shit. I don't be
Eh,
trusting these producers. I'd rather go through my producer.
Well, honestly, I mean, when you get those, you get like the little agreements and stuff, so it's good.
Oh, for real? All right, dope. She's in the game. She's cleared. You guys don't even think about it. We'll find you. Hey,
Legit, we're legit over here.
too legit to quit.
Yeah.
So, Song Whisperer, where did you come up with that title?
I didn't come up with it. Actually, SPM came up with that title. So, because I started to drop again, that was one that was going to drop through Dope House Records too.
Okay.
But it didn't. I ended up doing it myself. I ended up telling him, you know what, I'd rather go 50-50 on this with you because he wasn't like really, he was, doing other stuff. And I'm like, I need to finish this album and put it out. So I need to start investing my own money into my videos and to everything else. And I told him, like, basically, like, I'll just go 50-50 with you on this thing. Like, so I can, because I got to put this out. Like, I can't sit on stuff. You know what I mean? It's just, that's how it is. And it's always been that way for me. Like, it's like I did a whole album with Silent Giant, a whole album. And it just sits there still. I did it back in 2010, 2011. And it just sits there. It's like, why? You know what I'm saying?
So the Silent Giant
music,
all
not
SPM's
put it out. Why do the music just to not put it out?
Right.
Yeah. So I've never been the type of person that's just gonna sit around and wait on somebody because that never got me anywhere ever. It took me 5 years to drop this album, and partly because of that, but partly because I was touring. I was on the road. During the pandemic, I was trying to stay touring and stuff, even so on the bus doing pop-ups. So I wasn't really working on music too much. It was taking up most of my time. But yeah, between that and the other thing, it was like it took me 5 years to drop an album. It should have never taken me that long to drop a whole album. I know people drop singles, and I've been dropping singles, yes, but I hadn't dropped a project, like a whole project. And that's my 10th album. So
everything's been released under Dope House or Silent Giant?
Nothing has. When it comes to albums, nothing. I've released all my own albums. Now there have been singles released under Dope House Records and singles released under Silent Giant Entertainment, but I never put out albums with them, even though it was the plan. Because if I would have waited to put out an album with them, it would have never came out.
So do you feel like you've learned your lesson? Do you feel like you're just gonna move 100% on your own from now on?
Yeah, definitely.
You feel like it's a lot of time wasted messing around with everybody, right?
I mean, I'm not going to say it's time wasted because I got so much out of my sessions at Silent Giant. I'm not going to say that it was time wasted. I got a lot out of it. I met a lot of talented people. I started doing different kinds of music. I started creating records, real records from scratch, with like different production on it. And I never had a production team before. I got so much out of it. I grew so much as an artist doing that stuff. So I'm not going to say it's time wasted. Definitely not. But I just feel like as far as like the songs not being put out, that's what's wasted. Like
ownership.
I mean, just to put them out there though, for the world, like that's what you make music for, right?
Right.
To put it out there. That's what I make music for. I don't do it just for it to sit in a computer in a hard drive. And
so they're not releasing these. They're not out at all.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. I have a whole album. I have so many songs, like a whole, at least 10, I think.
What do they want?
I don't know.
They never told you, no letters, nothing. What the hell do they want from you?
I feel like, I've tried to reach out a couple of times, but at the end of the day, I'm just like, I leave it alone. Cause like, I don't want any like bad blood or anything like that. So I'm just going to leave it alone. But yeah, it sucks because, they're good records. They're great records. And for whatever reason, they don't want to put them out or even release them to me to put them out. So I'm just like, okay. So I just have to take what I got out of that as I grew a lot as an artist. Like I got to meet amazing people and work with amazing people that I still work with to this day. Like I wouldn't have worked with Dominator on all this stuff had I not been over there at Silent Giant. At the time at Dominator, I wouldn't have got, my my song on a soundtrack on a movie soundtrack, the Philly Brown soundtrack, I would have never met Gina Rodriguez and started touring with her and doing stuff with her. And I mean, it's just I so many good things happen from that. You know what I mean?
Are there contracts like in that you just said you have a movie song on a movie? Do you get royalties off of this?
Yeah, yeah. Anybody who produces or writes on stuff like that, when it gets put in a movie, yeah, you
So I
do.
mean, you get your publishing.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
they're not that bad.
That's another thing. I always make sure I get my royalties and my publishing, because I am a writer and a producer as well, and in my own right. So I definitely make sure that I get that. That's really important, because like you want to keep getting paid off of your music for the rest of your life and anything that you've done. And I have done a lot of features, but there's been a lot of writing and producing in between of those. So it's not just, so definitely make sure that I had my business ends covered before I started in the music business. And I guess that's why, I've always been able to be on top of that stuff.
So do
So
you feel like a lot of
competition helps.
does a lot of your older stuff like keep you pushing, like as like the financial to keep you pushing on your tours and stuff like that, or is it all just through your hustle and your grind of your merchandise and whatnot?
What do you mean? Like, did somebody else sponsor me or something?
No, I mean, like, does your royalties and like all the stuff you working with SPM and all the Silent Giant, like all these people that are doing bigger things for you, do you collect royalties and does it help you push right now, or is it nothing that really you're making more off of what you're doing by yourself right now?
Yeah. Unfortunately, artists don't get paid shit when it comes to royalties. So no, those aren't like, that's small compared to what I make on the road and stuff like that. And with my grind and stuff, like doing features, doing shows, selling the merch, doing the pop-ups. Yeah, that is probably like, I would say 15% of my income would be that.
Okay, so it's all you. You're what pushes you 100%.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it helps. Don't get me wrong. That's like 15% of your income. That's good.
Right.
It's good, but yeah, oh yeah, I got to do that. I can't slack. Like I can't like not be doing anything. I can't just sit here freaking, just live off of that shit.
Yeah.
I wish. I'm no artist. I mean, unfortunately, like there's hardly any artist that can. SPM can. It's locked up.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's living. He before he got locked up, he was living high on the hog, right?
He still makes a lot of money off of his streams and stuff like that and royalties. But as far as like, royalty part of it, now as far as like my album sales and my streams and stuff like that, I would say that would be another 15% of my income, right? So together that makes up about 30% of my income, which is still really significant. But the rest is me on the road or touring, selling merch, doing features in the studio. Yeah,
because you're active. You stay moving. So I'm like, man, she must be pushing. That bus must be expensive.
It is. That's whole nother story.
Can we
That's a whole nother podcast episode, the bus.
Hey, we got time. As long as you want to talk, we could talk. I want to know all your. I want to know everything.
I would need like a bottle of something strong. I would probably need Squishy on here to back me up.
Shout out to Squishy, man. She's the one that plugged me in with Carolyn Rodriguez. She's been on the road with her touring. You know what I mean? They pulled up to the Lowrider show in El Monte, California with Cali West, and they had all the kids excited. So it was really dope. I met
you guys with Squishy. Shout out to Squishmeister.
You know what I mean? Carolyn's a real one, too.
Yep. So, I mean, that's a whole nother thing. Whole nother life. You know what I mean?
So how often do you feel like you're living in that tour bus to where you're at home during the year? How often are you home?
For the most part, it was half and half. Like I'd be half and half. Half there, half home. But then again, now that the shows are back, it's going to be more like now the shows are coming in. Like I'm going to be on the bus and be flying out to different places for the show. So I plan on definitely in the summertime. I'm not home at all. Like I try to stay gone in the summertime because first of all, it's too damn hot in Houston. You do not want to be here.
Right.
It's fucking hot. Like you'll have to take like 4 showers a day type shit. Like you just walk outside and you just drip of sweat. Like it's that bad.
For real, for real. But the rent's
Mhm.
better over there.
Huh?
The rent's better.
Yeah. Yep. Keep paying the rent over here, but I'm not here.
That sucks. That's what I was thinking. Like, you got so much damn expenses. Your bus, your rent, you're gone. Your food, your travel, your hotel. Somebody go to her website right now and buy something, please.
Support the grind.
Dopegirlmusiccom, man.
Your
She's
city,
pushing.
so I can come to your town. That's what it's about. You support me, I'll come see you. That's how it works. And that's like an exchange between me and the fans. And I feel like that's how it's been working out for quite some time now. It's like, or if like a promoter, you know, doesn't book me there and then I know I have a strong fan base and they're like, come out here. Now I can make plans to go somehow. And also we're gonna start doing our own shows. Like we did our first show we did in Santa Maria in February. It was pretty cool. We were in the parking lot right there, so we could do our own shows. And it was pretty cool. So we're gonna be doing more of those.
All right. Well, shit, put me on. I'll come rock with you. I'll rock the mic.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
There it is. All right. I'm going to get into another banger off her new album, The Song Whisperer. CD available on all platforms. The Song Whisperer by Carolyn Rodriguez. I think I'm going to play Realest They Come.
Yeah.
This is a slapper right here, y'all. Tune in. Check it out.
We wrote and recorded this at home. All of it. Night.
This is tonight. My bad. Shit.
Damn. No,
I fucked up. Does it have a purple intro? Which one's
Q did it. Yeah, it has the same intro because Q, the filmer, is shout out to Q. He shot that one.
I think it's this one with the purple intro. Hold on. My bad, you guys. I be doing this.
Wait a minute. And this is the song Realest They Come. This is the one that I wrote and recorded all at home during the pandemic.
That's the one she did.
I did this on myself.
Is this it?
Yep.
Yes.
And my boy engineer, he mixed this record.
Realest they come, and can't nobody take that from me. I started with crumbs, and came up while they hated on me. I'm borrowing on, and fading, I'll check my record, homie. When people not come through, cause them streets don't love you. Cut them off quickly, run them out sick beat. Calling me a bitch, but I been that bitch. See, I run my own shit, need none of y'all with me. All I need is God and the gifts he sent me. Independently, I ride in a Lex, no Bentley. Till my king's free from the penitentiary. We just might be the couple of the century, cause I do anything for mine. If you got a loyal woman, that's a gold mine. So my baby gon' write me a cold line, and I keep him laced with a woke mind. Don't lie, in my raps on my high notes. Everything on facts and my toes. I use the same packs in the videos. Not putting on the act, this is how it goes. I'm realest they come, and can't nobody take that from me. I started with crumbs, and came up while they hated on me. I'm borrowing on, and fading, I'll check my record, homie. When people that come through, cause them streets don't love you. Not with the drama, had a lot of childhood trauma, so I got armor. Ring the alarm, I've been on fire. Lot of times had to walk on lava. Plenty of scars already, what's another? Been through it all, there for dishonor. Crept through the fog hood like a sauna. Reckon I'm always live and die by the code. Whether the block's hot or it's cold. I've been high, I've been low. I pushed in rain, sleet, or snow. These hoes can't break me, oh no. I'm gon' stay breaking the mold. For sure, hey. I'm real as they come, and can't nobody take that from me. I started with crumbs, and came up while they hated on me. I'm borrowing on, and fading, I'll check my record, homie. When people that come through, cause them streets don't love you. Raised in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Could never fake it even if I tried to. Houston made me, then LA saved me. Been everywhere, the love is so lovely. At the same time, the hate is so ugly. Still I rise as angels, hear my cries. Here lies the truth, I'm real as they come. streets don't love you.
Athena! Shout out to Athena. A little cameo. You always gotta have Athena cameo. I gotta have Athena cameos in my videos.
Shout out to Athena. Athena or Kathina?
Athena.
Athena.
Shout out to Athena. I couldn't have done this album without her.
What does she do?
She's my manager. She's like my best friend, manager. Biggest supporters. You know, me and Athena have been riding for a long time.
Man, shout out to Athena. Much love, much respect. That's an title to hold down. You know what I mean?
Everybody knows her as Athena from the Rollin' video. That's where everybody first saw her.
There it is. Where'd you guys film this video at right there?
The one there. Oh, so that was filmed at Urban Flower Company. Shout out to them. They're in Houston. And also the mural of Vanessa Guillen, which is over there, Taqueria del Sol. Shout out to them in Houston. R.I.P. to Vanessa Guillen. We had just like finished doing a protest for her. And then the rest of it, we went to LA, me, Q, and Athena, and went and filmed the rest of it over there at the La Brea, what are they called? By LACMA, right there, LACMA.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was hard. That big ass syrup cup. Is that photoshopped or is that a real syrup cup right there on the desk?
That's a real cup. That's the urban. That's the exotic pop cup. Yes.
That was dope.
Hold on, man. Let me see. This boy Lil G just called me. Let's see. Lil G's on my album too. A couple songs. Hey.
Hey.
I got you on speaker right now. I'm doing an interview.
What up? What up?
Interview?
Yeah, I'm doing like a podcast interview or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yo, what up, Lil G? How you doing, man?
Oh, shit, I'm blessed. I woke up alive, so I can't ask no more than that.
Ain't it, man? Yeah, man. Fucking another day above ground, right?
Yeah, man, that's a blessing.
Yeah, we got the most talented girl in the world on our podcast tonight. So it's pretty dope that you called in.
Yeah, it is dope that you called in. We've been talking about the Song Whisper album, so you know you're all over that one too. He's on all my albums. I don't think there's one album he's not on. He's on every single one of my albums. Yep.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, we're always working.
Mm-hmm.
Carolyn's always working, man. That I can tell you.
Yeah,
this boy too.
We're gonna get more work for him, man.
As soon as we're done, I'll hit you back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Later. Yeah, so we got stuff in the works too. As a song we did called Prometiste on there, in Spanish that me and Lil G did, and Athena actually co-wrote that. So yeah.
Man, that's dope. So you're a fluent Spanish speaker.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. I heard you singing on one song. I heard one song.
There's parts where I'm like, I don't know what this word is, because you lose a lot of it. I used to spend all my summers over there, Spain, and then my parents, but they used to just talk to me in Spanish. But like, if you don't speak it, you start losing it. So I'm not like I was, but yeah, I can speak pretty much to anybody. But I lose my words sometimes. I'm like, shit, what's the word for, like some random word? I'll forget what the word is in Spanish. And I'm like, oh shit, how do I say it? But yeah, for the most part, yeah.
You ever decide on like redoing some of your big hits in Spanish?
No, never thought about that.
You got to switch it up. Do a remix.
Yeah, actually I'm doing flipping some oldies right now. I'm doing a project with Miss Pinks, and we're gonna do a whole album that we're flipping some oldies right now. We're gonna release our first single off of that soon, and our first video. And then we actually have a rap single that's coming out called Tokyo, me, her, and Milton Bradley. So the three of us are coming out with that one, dropping it. And then I got Squishy on a couple of songs in Spanish.
Wow.
Actually, they both happen to be Spanish songs. I don't know why, but so we're going to release one of those very soon too. So, and shout out to her, Miss AM over there in Acton. She's been doing I've been doing a lot of work with her. So this year.
So are you the one that brought her out to Texas, or is she just found Texas and then found you?
Oh, Squish?
Yeah, squished out.
Yeah, I brought her to Texas because I met her through Smitty.
Okay, because I know she was saying something about San Antonio, and I know you're in Houston. So I mean, is it how close?
Well, yeah, but I brought her to San Antonio.
Okay.
That's yeah. We were in San Antonio first. That's where I brought her to. She hadn't been to there prior.
So do you feel like you relate more to the Houston scene or the LA scene?
Honestly, it's a tough one. I can't say both. I would have to say both.
Dope.
Yeah, because I always felt like I belong. Like whenever I went out to like when I went out to West Coast and like everybody had told me to go out there, you know, Silent Giant included, you know, they were just all like, why don't you just come out here? You fit in out here, you know, you do so well out here. And I was like, yeah, I should. And then when I moved out there in 2012, yeah, I didn't end up leaving. I stayed. I only moved back to Houston to get married. I didn't, you know what I mean? Like I was like really, really able to like I said, grow, evolve, expand my fan base and everything by going out there. That's what I set out to do. And it ended up working out like more than I ever dreamed it would work out. And I started doing a lot of collaborations out there. So yeah.
So you married SPM in 2012?
No. I moved to LA in 2012.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I actually stayed, I was in Pasadena for the first 6 months. Then I went to Torrance. I stayed there for about a year and a half. Then I ended up in Koreatown, and that's where I stayed until I went back to Houston. And I love K-Town. Like, it was great staying there.
Yeah, Koreatown's dope.
Mm-hmm.
My girl wants me to go down there and get her some fish chips. I'm like, what the heck? Fish chips? I got to go to Tokyo, like a little Tokyo.
Dang. Yeah, they got them fish chips. Love K barbecue. Ooh.
So you were out here in LA and then you went back to Houston. So what made you want to go back to Houston from LA?
Well, that was it, you know, just like went back for that. And then also to help build this new label that he had called Dope World Entertainment.
Okay, so how did you guys meet? Like you were living in LA when you met him, or were you living out, or was it?
No, this was a long time ago, like in Houston. When I went to the Dope House.
Right. So you guys fell in love back then, or were you fall in love? Like how'd you guys fall in love?
Oh,
That's crazy. I gotta know.
Nah, just friends. That was it.
Okay, so you guys got married just out of the wing?
No, I'm just saying like that wasn't like that. That wasn't like that for many, 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 many years. It didn't happen until like, you know, like 2014 or 15 around there when it started like getting different, serious, you know, like on another level. Because he was married, so for a long time. Yeah, but he had been.
You stole his heart?
Huh?
You stole his heart?
I don't know who stole what, but all I know is that now I'm not married, and so nowadays I'm just on the grind, just staying on the grind.
Okay, so you guys are separated.
Mm-hmm.
So that was it hard to hold the business together and the relationship together? Do you feel like the business ruined the relationship?
Nah, I don't feel like that at all. I don't think it had to do with the business, but maybe so. I mean, maybe it played a part. I'm not sure, but you know, I just things like that. It's like it's just stuff I just don't really speak on, like the personal relationship aspect of it, because it's just been so much, you know. So I just don't really speak on the personal aspect of it. It's just right now. All I can say is right now I am not married, you know, and that's that. That's all I'm going to say about that.
No, that's dope. That's dope. Shit, I feel like you'd flourish a lot more without anybody. I think that's a chain that held you down.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like I say, you know, everybody wants to be with a partner that they could grow with, you know, and that makes them stronger. So if anything, it should always be like make you stronger, you know, it should make you better, make you stronger to be with somebody. So it's like, yes, for a while you feel that way, but if it stops feeling that way, if it stops being that way after a while, things start to change, you know, and that's what sucks. Cause like you always think at the beginning that, oh yeah, you know, this person's going to be ride or die, you know, like and support you. But at the end of the day, other factors always come into play, human nature. And I don't know, like, right now at this point, I'm just like just doing my thing, like just like if that happens, that's great. You know what I mean? That's great to find a partner, like make you stronger, make you better, whatever. And if that happens to be him again, you know, and that's great. If it happens to be somebody else, but for right now, you know, it's just me. So I'm just doing me right
Oh,
now.
that's dope. You matured up a lot. I mean, it sounds like you got your priorities straight. You know what you want in life. You know that's important, especially with the you're beautiful, you're talented, you got everything ahead of you in life. You know, there's no reason to hold yourself back for anything.
I mean,
So
I'm trying, you know, like nothing lasts forever. You know what I'm saying? Nothing lasts forever. This business isn't forever. So I'm not going to do this forever, obviously. I'm going to eventually do other things, but for right now, I'm just doing that and staying focused on work and just keep working because I didn't get here, you know, because somebody put me on an album. That doesn't just make you automatically fucking famous and you get all kinds of stuff and that's how it happens. No, you got to work hard for what you want. And I paid my dues, you know what I'm saying? I paid my dues for a very long time. So, you know, it's going to take a lot to knock me out. You know what I mean? It's going to take a lot to knock me out because I have a lot of history of being out here and not just I'm not online on a fucking keyboard. You know, I'm out here. I've been out in these streets. I've been out everywhere, all over for years, over a decade, you know, grinding, pushing my music. So, you know, obviously that's got to count for something because I seriously I haven't known anybody to ever make it in this business and not put in work. That's
right.
just that's just not the way it happens. And you might think so. It might look a certain way. Like, damn, I didn't hear about this motherfucker. Now I just wow, this hit record. And this person's probably been grinding for 10 years. You don't even know. You don't know what they've been doing. You just didn't know about it. You know what I mean? So that's how people were with me. They're like, they would just find out about me because of some bullshit, you know, or because of somebody accusing me of selling edibles to kids, you know. So like, and they just find out about me and they're like, oh man, that's messed up. Like, shit. No, bro. Like, first of all, like, listen about how you found out about me. First of all, how'd you find out about me? Because of some bullshit. But that's not what I stand for. That's not who I am. So once you see my history and once you go and actually if you listen to my music or you even look me up, you'll see that like I've been doing this for a long time. I have 10 albums out there. You know, I've worked with a lot of artists, a lot of people, and I've been blessed to do that. It's a blessing, you know what I mean?
What
But
the
that
hell's
comes from
wrong with selling edibles?
else.
That's what the hell's wrong with selling your own. You should be able to sell any marijuana product, any damn product you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, but I wasn't selling it to kids, that's for sure. I wasn't selling edibles to kids. So that's just ridiculous. Like just that just sounds so ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
obviously if I was doing all that, I'd be in jail,
Where
right?
the
I'd be in
fuck are the
prison.
parents at?
I'd be in jail.
Yeah. No, that's crazy because like I mean like you should be able to put your name on any product you want and sell it to anybody. You know what I mean,
Yes.
18 and older. I mean,
Yeah. What I do, and at the end of the day, what I do with my bus and my products, it doesn't affect anybody's parole or anybody's anything. It doesn't matter. That doesn't affect anything anybody does. That's me.
you
And
gotta
and
eat.
nobody's paying my bills. I'm paying my bills. So, you know, if I had a friend that had some products that were medicated, some were non-medicated. She had some products on my bus, some of her products with her brand on my bus. If I choose to go out there and help her with those because you know, we work together. So, it's just trade, commerce, you know what I'm saying? It's business at the end of the day. That's my business. It's not affecting anybody else. You can say it's going to affect somebody else, but I can promise you it doesn't. It doesn't have shit to do with anybody else. My name is, and nobody else's name is attached to that. It doesn't matter. It's me. I'm the one out there. I'm the one whose name is on that bus. You know what I'm saying? It says Carolyn Rodriguez on that bus. So I'm the one out there with the fans. So don't you think like I'm not going to put myself in a compromising situation like that. I'm not going to do anything stupid like that.
And she's 100% right. I've seen her around children and everything like that. There was no kids around the bus. There was no smoking around children. It was 100% legit. She's a real businesswoman.
Man,
She's
I would not do that
taking
anyway.
pictures with kids. You know what I mean? So that's some
Yeah,
bullshit.
it is. It is. Like as adults, you know, we have as adults for adult products, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely would not do that with kids. Like I wouldn't even smoke around kids for sure.
I feel like you're in a conflict because you're in between Texas and Cali, and a lot of people in Texas are pretty uppity about smoking cannabis and pretty uppity about weed products. Like, oh my God, you're making millions off weed products. I had to fucking do this to make you know what I mean? I had to work my farm for fucking 10 years. Like that
Yeah.
shit that drives people crazy. I could see these private owned prison people like really getting mad at fucking somebody making a couple million off their weed products. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
My
So
brother lives in Texas and he has a hard time finding anything even good. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's true. But I mean, Texas has always been like that. Like it's been illegal in Texas. That was the reason why, one of the reasons why I moved from there, because, you know, having a criminal record over having a joint in your possession is stupid. I have a criminal record over a joint. And the other one was like probably not even a joint, it was like a bowl worth or something. So I was like, I'm done with this. This is so dumb. Like you know, I smoke weed. I don't smoke crack. I don't do anything else. I
The
really
medicine girl, that's your damn
right.
name, the medicine girl.
Yeah. Music is the medicine. That was the main thing. But medicine is, yeah, the weed, the medicine. Yes. I
I,
smoke
I
weed.
grew up on an Indian reservation where people used to trim off the nugs off their plants and throw it to the kid, like, here, go give this to your dad. Like, that's how I grew up. I'm from
Yeah,
Southern
it's just
California, Indian
hypocritical. It's
reservation.
hypocritical. It's also super hypocritical. You know what I mean? To say that you know, you don't want somebody smoking weed, or that's not what you stand for, but that's what your entire fan base, family,
Man, that's
you.
fucked up. I don't want nobody getting at her about no products. If this girl wants to smoke
So,
and sell a damn bag off her damn bus, she could do it. We're gonna
but
turn it into a clinic.
either way, it's not like, it's just not like what was making it, you know, seem. And that's the beauty of, you know, stupid YouTube, is like people believe anything. People just believe anything. And it's dumb. But then when they see me, they're like, "Oh wow, she's not a crackhead. No, no, she don't smoke crack.
She's taking
Like,
pictures with kids.
yeah, I don't smoke crack. I won't sell your kids drugs. I won't do none of that. All I want to do, hugs, not drugs. I grew up in hugs, not drugs era. Okay, I'm not about that life. I'm about encouraging education, if anything. You know what I mean? I'm educated. I have a higher education. Like as far, I have my bachelor's degree, and I encourage everybody to continue school and go to college and get a degree. Even if you don't want to, it helps you figure out what you want to do. College is really a good tool to help you figure out what you want to do and where your passion lies. Because you might not know it. You might not know it, that you have a skill or a passion for something until you go to college, take all kinds of different courses, because that's what they make you do at first, right? General studies, they make you take a lot of different classes so you can kind of see where your heart's at, right?
Right.
So, I mean, and knowledge is power. Regardless, you're going to learn what, all you're going to do is gain from that. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, if you end up going into a field like I'm not sitting at a desk crunching numbers for a firm. No, making six figures for a firm. No, I'm not. But I could definitely not do, I would not be where I'm at today without my college education. Like I wouldn't be able to do this stuff that I did, or I wouldn't have gotten that job at Dope House. You know what I mean? If I didn't have my college education. And I
See
wouldn't
that
gotten.
right there? And they found out that you were the most talented person in the room, so that's crazy.
I don't know about that, but I do know that there's more than one thing that you got to do in this business to like stay afloat. You can't just do one thing, and you know that. So I'm sure you guys do like a bunch of different shit. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm
So
opening this podcast. I want people to be able to speak their mind and talk about everything they do. Like
yeah,
you're in the merchandise, you know how to brand yourself. That's very important. Entrepreneurship. I push that. You know, I got Entrepreneur of the Year 2021. I know, like I've been awarded in front of people. Like
yeah,
this is important to me, and I really take that step to teach the people. Like that's one of the main reasons I open this platform up, is to show people that you could take your talent. Yeah, you could perform in front of 150 people, but without that damn table in your merch, you're not going to survive.
yeah. It's true.
you wasted your time. I hate to tell people that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah. It's important to have multiple streams of, ways to make money. I always have different ways to do it. Because, like I said, plus I like to stay busy. So I don't like to just sit around. So there's got to be something, make something happen.
you
But
gotta have people throwing their companies at you. Has there been any big deals or anything that's really like caught your eye lately? Like,
no, but I did reach out to a company that makes hemp wraps called Twisted Hemp. They're like my favorite company, and they sent me like a really nice care package because I really want to do a collab with them and put out my own hemp wraps, which was actually Squishy was pushing me to do that. But they really hooked it up on here. I have to show you the favorite part of it was this shit. It's really, really cool. Coasters.
is that a record?
Yes.
What? That's dope.
Yeah, even the hole in the middle. I was like,
That is
yeah.
dope.
I wonder if they play. Because
Hey.
they have grooves on them.
Oh man, imagine has a song on there. They should.
They have the grooves and they have the real, yeah. That'd be dope if they played.
They gotta play one of your songs.
Right?
You know what I mean? Tell them, say I
Get on
need.
here. This is how we'll do the new vinyl right here. Bam. It's not only a coaster, but it plays the new single. What?
I love coasters because I'm really into my pimp cup. So like, fucking, if I have a coaster, I'll use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I really love.
I was out. So yeah, they sent me some stuff. Doing a collab with them. I do collabs all the time with different businesses. When they reach out and stuff, like Removery Tattoo, I work with them. I work with Removery, and like in getting my tattoos removed. So I used to have a tattoo right here, the 3 dots.
Damn, does it work? It's gone.
Yep.
Nice. Proud of you.
Then I had like a cross on this one. That's gone. Like right. Oh. See, that's gone.
It was too chola for you.
Man, we all went to States. And then the current one that I've been working on, but it's been like lots of sessions already. It's still not gone yet, but this one.
So you want all your tattoos gone?
No. I still got tattoos. Not many.
Why do you want them off your arm? Just you just
I didn't want it here. I just want to. This is old. These tattoos are so old. I was like 15 years old.
Okay.
And then this cover up was like from 2012, which was covering up when I was 15 years old one. So yeah.
Are you gonna redo the art, or are you just gonna stay plain?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm not really. I'm not really. I only got tattoos because people offered them to me, and I was like, okay. And then I had something to tattoo on there, but I don't know. It's weird. Like I like tattoos. I like seeing tattoos. I like watching tattoos get done. I like watching, but I love the art and I love seeing them on people. But I don't know. I don't mind them. It's not like I was like, oh, I had a horrible tattoo experience. No, they've been good. They've been cool. I have one on my back. I have 2 on my back. So I'm not removing those. It's just the visible ones, I guess, that I didn't want. I don't know. If I do, it's going to be fresh and I'll have to have an idea. But I don't have an idea yet.
All right. So you heard it here first. When you see her all blasted up with sleeves, this is where it came from. She's getting a big plan in order here. All her records down one arm at least.
All the records. Oh, shit.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's dope.
Good idea.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get into your record tonight. I'm gonna keep playing your records off of your new album, The Song Whisper, streaming on all major platforms. What was that?
This record took a long time to do.
Why is that?
Because Dominator produced it originally, and it started out in just an English remake. I was just gonna remake the Georgie Porgy from Faith Evans, and I was just gonna remake it. That's it. There wasn't no Spanish involved, nothing. Then a year later, revisited the song, and for some reason, I started coming up with this. I'm gonna do the hook in Spanish. Let's change the hook to Spanish. All right. You know what? I think I'm gonna write the verse in Spanish now. Yeah. Let's change the verse to Spanish. You know what? And then I came back another year went by, or 2 years went by. I came back. Hey, you know what? I hear this bridge on here. Hold on. So, and it's in Spanish again. So then it turned into a Spanish song mainly. So I was like, shit. Okay. Now we got to change the beat. Right? Because I gave it to, it still just didn't feel ready. I given it to a DJ, Tigray. He was like, hey, send me some records you're working on. And I just happened to send him that one. And he's like, do you have the acapellas to it? Because I want to remake the beat, remix it. And I was like, sure. And he's a hip hop producer. And then he ends up making a reggaeton beat to it. So it's like it evolved over like the course of it took a long time. It was at least 6 years, 7 years.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
See what I mean? These records ain't no joke. And then watch it in 3 years from now, it'll get picked up or something. You'll be like, damn, I made that song. It took 7 years to make, and it took 3 years to find. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
No joke.
Exactly.
So here we go tonight off the Song Whisper album, Carolyn Rodriguez.
Shout out to all the performers.
It's not your situation. I just need contemplation over you.
I'm not so systematic. It's just that I'm an addict for your love. Just think how long I've known you. It's wrong for me to own you. Lock and key.
Lock and key. It's really not confusion. I'm just the young illusion. Can't you see it? Oh.
Deseos están creciendo para ti.
No sé qué estás pensando, no es tan complicado para mí. No es complicado para mí.
No sé qué más decirte, pero no puedo irme de tu amor.
Yo sé que tienes otra, pero me pongo loca con dolor. Yo soy la única que te abraza.
Nunca debería haberte dicho que eras la única.
Sé que no soy la única. Yo soy la única que estás besando. Y tú y yo no puede ser, tenemos otro.
Sé que no soy el único.
Oh, that's my quarantine 15 right there.
Yeah.
I put on the quarantine 15. Man, we shot that during the pandemic.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I was like 15 pounds heavier right there.
Hit record right there. That was amazing, phenomenal record. Who produced that one?
That would be Tigray.
T. Gray. And
Yeah,
who
but
filmed that for you?
I produced the melodies and the lyrics. So I produced the melodies for it. And then that was cool because, like I said, that's the first time I wrote for a guy, for Dominator. And then I got to write in Spanish for a guy. So that was like the first time doing both things. Writing the guy's part. And then, no, actually, I think I did. No, I didn't. All the other duet stuff that I had done with him and stuff that I'd done, or Milton Bradley or whatever, any guys, like they've written their own stuff. So that was the first time I actually, I wrote a guy's part like that. I did write, me and Lil G have a song called Motherfucker, and he wrote my parts and I wrote his parts. But this was the first time I like wrote a duet type of thing, you know?
That's dope. That's dope. Did you help guide him did you help him guide on his whole delivery and everything like that? Or did he have that?
Yeah, for sure. But Dom's, he's talented. He's a multi-talented person too. Like, he's an artist, he's an engineer, he mixed the record.
Wow.
Yeah. He didn't just, and he produced the other beat to it. So he's coming out with his version of the beat that he produced to it that we originally did in English. So I don't know when that's going to come out, but he does have a version of that, and he's going to come out with that version.
That definitely needs to be in the club. That needs to be at like a late night spot. You know what I mean? People, I could go out there and dance with my
Yeah.
lady. That's some fly shit right there. I like that a lot.
You know,
So
Athena, every time Athena gives it to somebody at a club, they really like it. Like she'll get it. She'll get the record to them. That's the beauty of having Athena, you know, like she knows. She's like, hey, let me get this record to the DJ. You know, she's on top of it. I don't have to really think like that because there's so much other shit to think about. And it's always nice to have, you know, a blessing to have somebody like that on your team that's can do that and push the records like that and help you.
shit, salute to Athena, man. You're doing
Yeah.
you're doing the hard work. It ain't easy
I owe
walking
her
into a DJ.
like she was very involved in this album, not just pushing the records, but she was there with me in the studio for most of these records when I recorded them. I can't remember many records that she wasn't there for, except for the ones I did at home. When we were quarantined, I did do Real As They Come at home. I did Tango at home. I did like a few songs of those at home by myself. But other than that, she was with me in all the sessions and everything. And like I said, she co-wrote on Prometiste. She co-wrote on oh my gosh, I'm like tripping. Not co-wrote. She was sang backgrounds for me. Also on Tonight and Prometiste. But and shout out to Payne, you know, like he mixed a couple of records on here. He actually mastered the album. So
you keep bringing up Pain, and my lady keeps bringing up Pain.
I know. She was
like, this guy's got a Grammy. She's like, does she know he has a Grammy? Did he ever get back to you and tell you about
I had
this?
forgotten about it. So I talked to Payne finally, and he was like, yeah. He's like, you remember La Mafia? And I was like, oh yeah. So Juan Gotti came out with an album called John Ghetto. That was the one that he was nominated for a Latin Billboard for, actually.
Congratulations.
Juan Gotti was nominated for his first album that ever came out, No Set Trippin'. He was nominated for a Latin Grammy. And I remember that Payne went with him because Payne was nominated too because he produced that entire album, you know, and engineered it. That's like Payne's baby, you know what I'm saying? The Juan Gotti album. So then Payne engineered the next one, the John Ghetto. Well, Gotti had a lot of features on there in Spanish, and one of them was La Mafia, which was like actually the very first time I did a show, like as a professional artist, we opened up for La Mafia. That was probably the biggest crowd I ever saw in Houston that I opened. It was like 8,000 people in the crowd. And but anyway, yeah, La Mafia. So it's a song called Para el Pueblo, and it was on Juan Gotti's album and on their album, but Payne engineered and produced that. So La Mafia won a Grammy for the song and the album.
Damn.
So Payne got the Grammy for the song and the album. Yeah, because he produced it and engineered it.
So Juan Gotti got it as well.
Yeah, you might as well say, yeah, Juan Gotti's featured the song. Yep.
Congratulations, you guys. That's big. That's some underground Texas rap that made it big in the Latin community. That's huge.
Yeah, people underestimate Juan Gotti, that's for sure.
You know what's funny is that he's one of that song. I'm gonna play that last. It's Doing My Best. This is one of my favorite songs I've probably heard all year. It's a hit record. She's got Devin the Dude on there, legendary artist as well. Mm-hmm. She's got Juan Gotti, SPM, and it's her. And they're just enjoying life, and everything came together so perfectly. How did the song come together?
You know, like we were out touring during the pandemic. We were on the bus during when that whole song came about. And shout out to Symes Carter. He's the one who produced that record. He shot me some beats. I remember I was telling him, you owe me beats. You've been owing me beats for years, right? So I went out there to go do a video for Symes artist, Noof, in Denver. And we were on the bus. And I'm like, give me those beats. Okay, look, give me those beats. I'll come out there and do the video. I want those beats. So he sends me a couple beats. And that one right there, I was like, oh. And then I guess just like the whole thing, what we were all going through, everybody was going through during the pandemic, right? Nobody could really go anywhere. There was no concerts. There was, you know what I mean? Like we were all having to wear masks, all that shit. So, but I just remembered we were having a conversation one day and I was talking to Carlos, I was talking to SPM. He's like, you know, at the end of the day, everybody's just like doing their best, you know? And for some reason that had stuck in my mind, this conversation that we had. And then I thought about that for the hook or whatever. And then I heard Juan on it like immediately. Juan was on the road with me too. So he's on the bus, you know, he's tattooing on the bus with me. So I'm like, Juan's gonna feel me. He needs to be on this song, you know? He'll know what I'm talking about. So she jumped on the song, and then I let Carlos hear it over the phone. He's like, damn, like Juan's on there? I was like, yeah, he's going off, huh? Like, yeah, I said, you give me a verse for this. So then, you know, I got that. And then I'd been wanting Devin the Dude on a song for a while. He's a legend in the game. I mean, and I also had tried to sell him a copy of my Medicine Girl CD a really long time ago on accident in a club parking lot. So I figured like, and I'd never ever like paid for a feature in my life. And I was like, I don't care. I'm going to do this. I want Devin the Dude. And then for some reason I felt like he should get on this song. And I was like, you know what? The favorite songs of mine by Devin the Dude aren't the weed songs, believe it or not. I mean, I do like the weed songs, but they're the songs that by him that are a little deeper, you know, lyrically.
Right.
I like his songs that have a lot of, like, you know, he's got a lot of meaningful songs. Devin the Dude, he really does.
Shit, isn't he on that song with Scarface?
Yeah.
That one legendary song, isn't Tupac on it?
He's on a few songs.
Yeah, he's on so many hit records, man.
He's on legendary records. Yeah, I mean, that's I just want to fuck you. That's him. I mean, that's
I don't guess it. No. Yeah.
But yeah, Devin Scott. I mean, legend. So, I was like, I gotta get him. So yeah, Athena actually found. She knows his manager, or whatever. We got on through his manager, and then he came through, and he liked the record, and he really gave me like a great verse. And I was just like, wow, he really listened to the record. Like he must really like the record. And then when he came to do the video, he's a great guy, you know, real humble, brought his own strain, he's coming out with his own beer. Like, was, you know, like I was telling him about how I bought a bus and stuff, you know, he's really cool guy, down to earth. And he was saying he liked the record, and it just like, I was like, wow, it made me feel like Cloud 9, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was a good way how the record came together. But yeah, the other part we shot that part in Houston, and then we were in San Antonio with my tour bus, and the parts with me and Juan Gotti we shot in San Antonio in front of my boy Just Latino's spot called the West Side Spot. So shout out to Just Latino, shout out to everybody in San Anto, everybody in Deuce-Dime, for coming through and being part of the video.
Man, this record here, it's called Doing My Best. SPM, Devin the Dude, Juan Gotti, and herself, Carolyn Rodriguez.
Filmed by Q Filmer again. Just the same one who did tonight. He did that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did all 3 of those videos. 3 out of the 4 you played. That's been him.
Shit, he's a part of your legacy. This whole record is perfectly done. I love everything orchestrated from beginning to end. It's a great album. You know, it's hard to make a good album beginning to end. You knocked it out the park. So
put a lot into it.
I'm gonna get into my favorite single right now, Doing My Best. You guys, this is a fucking phenomenal track. Beat, lyrics, song, collabs, everybody on there is perfect. So here we go.
The jam.
Test me, yeah. Them wanna push me past the edge of darkness. Lord, what makes them so heartless? These days, trying to maintain is the hardest. My mama said, you got a gift, so you gotta give. But it's hard to stay positive through all of it. Lord, I'm just doing my best.
People sometimes they feel me. What's up with the Juan Gotti? What the fuck he been doing? What he been writing? What he been dropping? What the fuck is his problem? Trump deporting our people. We all need a hood hero. Trying to fight evil won't be so simple. I've been trying to get better. High and light as a feather. Cruising with my Beretta under my sweater. See, I'll go get in. I've been trying to stay living. Working hard on my vision. Always on a quick mission. Stay cocinando all in my kitchen. Tatted up like steak Tristan. Gotti sigue viviendo. Slanging all through my ghetto. Turn the shit up, súbele recio. Why is it harder to let go? Something that ain't no bueno. Focus all on my pedo, go up a level, making it better.
Wanna test me, yeah. wanna push me past the edge of darkness. Lord, what makes them so heartless? These days, trying to maintain is the hardest. My mama said, you got a gift, so you gotta give. But it's hard to stay positive through all of it. Lord, I'm just doing my best. Watching the world crumble from the concrete jungle. Survival of the fittest, through it all stay humble. And don't like when you pop and them want you to fail. But me never gon' stop and gon' always prevail. Gotta feel me or just miss me with that. Them haters gonna get mad no matter what them gonna talk, so might as well accept that. Hard times gonna show you who's really down. When the heat starts to rise and we all have to jump into the fire and react to the flame. What we do in the dark will always surface one day. I've been through hell and high water, dodging sharks on the way. I'm just doing my best, holding on to my faith. But they wanna test me, yeah, yeah. They wanna push me past the edge of darkness. Lord, what makes them so heartless? These days, trying to maintain is the hardest. My mama said, you got a gift, so you gotta give. But it's hard to stay positive through all of it. Lord, I'm just doing my
It's a
best.
feeling deep inside when you don't have much except the touch of a single mother's love and such. Had a vision, I would see myself in Lambs and Rarleys. When the rap game Super Bowl, 12 Lombardis. It's a funny thing, you know, what its life can lead. For a while I didn't even think I could bleed. Had that Superman mentality, could be bipolar. Gave a fucks about Nathan except to be a high roller. But what is more important, real friends or a band? Cause when you make it to the top, everything is pretend. Everybody wears a mask, so reality slips into a darkness more darker than the darkest of tents. So take a hint, just appreciate the job that you got. Your family and friends, cause that's all that you got. I'm in the one-man cell, living life all alone. But it's not much difference from when I sat on the throne.
Them wanna
It's hard
test
to
me.
maintain in the midst of strange things. People playing lame games simply for the fame, man. Staying focused is the key. That's the way it's supposed to be. Ain't nothing funny when you running with these jokers in the streets. It's easy to get tested, easy to get arrested. So watch how your time is invested. The best is yet to come if you just stick to what you're doing and don't let nobody ruin all the greatness you're pursuing. Don't let them block your blessings. Stop the stressing. Life is like a lesson. Listen, this is my confession. I try to give positive knowledge to the people. Yes, I like to smoke, but nope, it ain't all about the reefer. Keep your mind occupied. Stay relentless. Cause if you're tempted, then your troubles could be endless. I'ma end this on this head note. Keep your faith and don't let them take away your hope.
Them wanna test me, them wanna push me past the edge of darkness. Lord, what makes them so heartless? These days, trying to maintain is the hardest. My mama said, you got a gift, so you gotta give. But it's hard to stay positive through all of it. Lord, I'm just doing my best.
Athena, shout out Athena again.
Is that her in the video?
Yeah, that's Athena.
Man, she gets to live the life, don't she?
She'll be like, wait, you're gonna see me right here. 1 second. I'm like, fool, you're in every video of mine. Literally, like almost every video you're in there.
Man, that's dope. So
Yeah.
how did that all come together right there? Who filmed that video again?
You.
The same guy that did the Doing My Best, right?
He was with us on the bus when we did the San Antonio one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He was riding with us on the bus. He was getting the footage on the bus because we also have a show called Rona Rules that Smitty started, producing, and I co-produced too because like we decide what goes in there and edits, all that stuff. But so Smitty started doing it, directed by Smitty, all that stuff. We have an episode actually ready to go, but we wanted to like put out more before we put it out. But Smitty and I just actually talked the other day, and he's like, "Yeah, we should just put it out," you know. But we do have to add some stuff to it before we get it finalized and put it out. But we got a lot of footage from the road. Like that's a whole nother thing. That's why I said that's a whole nother podcast. But I really want to put out that show because we have a lot. I mean, there's lots of stuff people just don't. I think they would like to see, you know, how it is on the road, because it's not. It's hard to explain. Like, I guess you have to be built for that. You know what I mean? To be built for the road. But it's a lot of stuff that happens. It's a lot of drama. It's never boring. You know, being on a tour bus is never boring. But it's a lot that goes on. It's a lot of work, and it's actually constant work. Like it's nonstop. It's a 24/7. When you're on the bus, it's 24/7 job. You can ask Squishy. There's no rest. We're not really sleeping. We're hustling, or, you know, because we have people, fans and stuff pretty much constantly approaching or whatever. So it's a nonstop thing when you're on the tour bus, but it's definitely like gratifying and rewarding because every day there's like a fan or something that like really makes you feel like, you know, we were here for a purpose or here for a reason. Or, I mean, to me, that's a very rewarding part of it. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but for me, it is. Like, and me and Athena have talked about this before, like how rewarding, like that like can make the whole day. You know what I mean? And it always is some fan that is just like, wow, you know, you really made my whole year, my whole life, or, you know, I've been waiting to meet you, or, wow, I can't believe you're here. I was just listening to your music, and whoa, you're here, you know, like in the middle. What are you doing here? You know, like, so it's like really rewarding sometimes, you know. You hear a lot of people's stories, but yeah, it's been a great thing. And now that we got shows back, we're gonna really start hitting it hard now.
Well, now that you got like your own cameras, you could use the damn iPhone and make your own reality show from your bus. Are we gonna be expecting a reality show?
That's basically what we were doing.
Okay.
That's what we have going on pretty much, was that. But that's a lot of work too. That takes a whole nother thing like that. Oh, it's tough, you know. It's tough to do. I mean, you got to do more than one thing on the bus, obviously, but it's tough to do it all. Trust me. You know, Squishy and I try to hand her the camera. She handed somebody else. But when we're, you know, we got stuff, but then it's like we still need definitely more people. You know, we need a whole nother team for that shit.
So do you feel like you could run off this record for a little bit before you start working on new music again, or how do you feel?
Already working on new music.
Okay, so you need to push new music out. That's
I said I'm about to shoot a video to the project with Pinks, the oldies project we're doing. We're about to shoot a video to that and release a song, and we're also releasing another single. And I don't know what album that's going to go on that one, but that is a single that we're releasing called Tokyo. That should go hard. We're releasing that, and then I have the Spanish one. I have one called Enséñame with Squishy on it. It's a really good record. That's gonna go on a new project. So, yeah, got like new stuff still working.
I mean, this record, like, I feel like you could live off this record for another 5 years. You know what I mean? But features are good.
For 5 years, and that's where it was like, no, I got to put out another project. You know, so this one definitely, I don't want to wait 5 years for sure. No, nowadays, like, you can't.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you for taking your time out tonight and getting on here with me. You're a superstar, Carolyn. Everything you do is victorious.
Well, I'm glad you see it that way. I don't know. I just, like, you know, doing my best out here. Just glad and blessed to be able to do what I love, seriously, because that's really what I love. I love making music. I love performing for fans. I love meeting fans. Like, I love all aspects of it, all aspects of this. So, like, it's just a blessing to be able to still do it. So as long as I can, I'm going to do it.
Well, I'm going to be getting that feature in from you. I'm going to put some money in your pockets. I salute your work, and I definitely need you on a record soon. And
we're going to make a banger.
Whenever you're in LA, we can go to my boy's studio and he can mix and master. We'll get a beat going right there.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll be there in how many days? What's today? 17th?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be there in 9 days.
There it is. Well, you got some money waiting for you. Shout out to Athena. And shout out to DJ Heavenly, because what they do ain't easy. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not. No, shout out to your wife, man. She did all that research, and I was like, okay, girl.
Yeah, shout out to Jaren Draws as well for
Sure.
backing the whole play. We got a whole team here. You know, it ain't easy. Like I said, what her and Athena do as a publicist, manager, and handling all the business ain't easy. You know, we're busy people. Like I said, you got to focus on your songwriting and your music. You know,
Yeah.
like having all these people with cameras is good and vital to you because you should be just working.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
also she's not going to do it. She shouldn't be doing it if she doesn't like if she's not genuinely interested in it. So the fact that your wife's like genuinely interested in it or whatever, you know, like I thank her for the love and support too. So DJ Heavenly, shout out to you, girl. I'm glad we met. You know what I'm glad that Squishy introduced us. I'm glad we met through Squishy. So we're gonna be doing more work together now. And yeah, like what you said, what her and Athena do is priceless. Yes, we always gotta thank them. So shout out to everybody also that's been a part of the bus. You know what I'm saying? You know, Larry, Athena, Smitty, Squishy, Juan Gotti, Q, Louis Blanco, Curse Garcia. We're going to start working with him a lot more too. So we're getting a team together. You know what I mean? We're going to be out there. So look for us. But yeah, we'll be seeing you soon. So we have a new banger to work on.
yeah, there it is. Shit, you got me right here. I'm always down to work with you too, man. You know, I'll go to a couple states. Me and DJ Heaven will pack up and work
Hell
with you.
yeah, let's go.
So
Check
this
it out.
summer's coming up. You're gonna see us on the road. We're gonna make it happen.
Cool. We'll talk
All right,
about
well,
it for sure. But yeah, thank you guys for having me. My freaking iPad's about to die now because we've been doing this for what, an hour and a half. We went over.
yeah, I just wanted to talk to you. I haven't talked to you really like this face to face, so I'm glad we got to get it in like this.
Well, a lot of stuff that I said, I haven't said it to anybody else, and I was like, you know, I just want to make sure that like it's been like already like a year and a half, you know, since things, and I was just like, I just need to like really clear the air on certain things, and I decided to do it with you guys because it was just because I knew that I don't know, I just felt like it was the right time and the right people, and it's Easter, you know.
Yeah,
So
happy Easter Sunday,
there
everyone.
was
I
time
forgot to
like
say
you know,
that.
for some kind of resurrection type of thing. I don't know. I just felt the need to do it today, you know, like rebirth type of thing. So
You
yeah,
hear that? She's a clean slate. The woman's ready to work.
yes.
She is on the market. Show she's ready to go. All right.
I would
Carolyn
say
Rodriguez,
on the market, but as far as like for work, yes.
but she's outside. She's working.
Yes.
And the most diverse female singer, rapper, hip hop. The song Whisper is out now. You guys go grab that. Support the homegirl. Go to her website. It is at dopegirlmusiccom.
Yes.
Support her merch and get everything and put some money in her pocket. We love you, Carolyn. Talk to you later, all right?
All right. Love you too, man.
Have a good night.
All right, you too.
Go ahead, Jane. You want to end it right here?